What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and we're back for another Friday live stream. So I hope you guys had an awesome week. It was an interesting week on the markets. We're going to be talking all about that. These are your market minutes, along with we're going to be talking about the 5 stocks that I did buy this week. Did a little bit more buying than last week. Feeling pretty good about gold and silver right now, and we will be talking about all that stuff. Oh my gosh. I guess my phone wasn't muted. Sorry about that. Anyways, let's get straight into it. Last but not least, if you do support me, the channel, and all the videos, I gotta say, kindly smash the like button for this live stream. I will answer comments or any questions you guys have a little bit later on. And of course, subscribe. That's the only thing I ask, along with to our new channel. So we're gonna do comment of the day first, and then we're gonna recap the markets, and then we'll talk about the 5 companies that we bought, and then that will be it for the video and for the live stream. So guys, first thing, comment of the day, and this is from Departures Stocks. So I will be dropping a new video on this channel as well. And thanks for the subs already. We already made it to 223 subscribers. We're trying to get to 1,000 in the next little while. So that's our short-term goal. All right, guys. So first comment of the day goes to JP Rowe. Been in Great Panther for a bit now. Love these alternative stocks. Gold bug, am I? My portfolio used to be 98% precious metal, and now I'm diversifying a bit. Got a position in TAT today, and I was looking like a nice pullback. Watched the CEO interview video, did more research, and pulled the trigger. Great channels, love it. So thank you for that. Now, what else we got here from Lowy? Else looks interesting. There wasn't much variety of quality choices when I used to buy formula. Nice to see Great Panther. I've been picking it up for a while. Next comment of the day goes to Jerome. Hi Aaron, love it when you cover stocks I already own like Great Panther. This is one to steadily move up with precious metals. What else do we got here? What's going on with Fosterville South? And if you guys are wondering what's going on with Fosterville South, we do have an update for you guys. So I will show you guys that in just a few minutes. Next comment of the day goes to Brian Stewart. Take a look at American Creek, and I do have a list, and I am compiling the list right here. So I will continue to add your favorite companies to that list, and we'll have to cover them. All right, guys, so now we're going to quickly take a few comments from our last video, and then it's going to be on to the market recap. Martha Ray started a position in MMEDF. Where did you get in, Martha? Good stuff. MindMed has been one of my top picks for a while. I've been really liking their performance recently. All right, so John Jacob, Neo is going to Zoom. Neo has been absolutely crazy. It's been awesome recently. JP Rowe, BTO, great mine builders. I think in the coming years we will have a lot of mining companies dish out dividends. FEI, anyone? So I think you're right. I think mining companies are going to start to make a lot of money. So, well, they already are making lots of money, the big producers, but dividends, they're going to have to attract shareholders some way. Jumped back into TAT yesterday and added one H2O innovation. Pretty cool what they're doing. I've heard about that stock before on a few other channels. Some of my friends have been talking about it. So I'll have to take another look at that one. 2 more comments and then it's on to the market recap. So Mutant Ref, I wouldn't be betting on stimulus the next 12 days. We'll see if we get it before the big event, but we'll see, guys. And then last but not least, let's go with Jens, Alamos Gold, Humana Gold, Fresnillo, Osisco Gold royalties also all have a dividend. And I think those dividends will increase as things get better and the environment gets better. So now let's take a look and see what's pushing the markets. It's a choppy day. We're not getting much. The NASDAQ, S&P, and the Dow essentially flat, with the NASDAQ and the S&P in the green, the Dow's in the red. But it's not too exciting of a day, and the Dow fell sharply Friday, led by an Intel-infused stumble in tech and renewed concerns about stimulus on signs that progress on talks have stalled. 81 cents is your cost basis. That's awesome. Good job. You're up quite substantially. Is that that's American dollars? Okay. Still pretty good. I can't decide between Silvercorp Metals and Alexco Resource. I wish I could help. I'd have to do more research there. Look into open a position in H2O Innovation soon. Yeah, that is a very interesting looking company. So guys, let's take a quick look at gold. I've got 2 really good articles for gold, and then we'll talk about those 5 companies. And then that will be it for the video. And I'm trying to do the market recap and a little bit of a live stream discussion, because last week my dad said I wasn't doing the market recap, and he said he likes that. So we're trying to give the best of both worlds. So gold trading above 1900. We did test it. We tested 1900 this week today and bounced off that. We've bounced off that multiple times. We can see here. Tested it, rallied, tested it, rallied, tested it, and we'll see what happens this time around. Now gold is looking a little bit more neutral, because I wanted to say, you know, this recent rally wasn't able to break above 1936, almost 1940. So we'll see what happens there, guys. For gold, gold is looking a little neutral. I think it might just go into this holding pattern before the big event, unless some big news happens. Same with silver. Let's take a look at the 1 month chart for silver. Silver is looking a little bit more bullish, although once again it wasn't able to make recent fresh highs above 25, 68, 25.70. So guys, now it's on to those 2 articles and then the 5 companies, and then that will be it. So embrace the dip because higher gold prices are coming. Andrew Hecht. So the gold market has been unable to break its chain as it hovers around 1900. We know this. So this is a telephone interview with Kitco News. Let's just see what he had to say. I embrace any dip in gold. I want to see lower prices because that means I can just buy more. We're just starting what I expect is the next commodity super cycle, and that will mean higher gold and silver prices. So this is an interview. You can take a look at this, but the gist of it is gold rose 50% during the current presidential term. We'll see if we can get another 50% rise, but let's just think about it, guys. There's way more factors now to push the price of gold higher, much higher than 50% compared to last year. I mean, yeah, we had quantitative easing, but this is what they had to say. So this is from, I believe it's McClure. I think there'll be, so I'm not going to talk politics, but I view gold similarly in 2001 when the gold bull market started, the metal currently resuming the bull market that started 20 years ago. And he said, either way, there's going to be more QE, which I do believe. So more QE, more stimulus, and that should translate into higher gold prices and weaker dollar. So let's get into the first company. First company that I decided to take a position in was Wallbridge Mining. And I've been looking for more exposure to the exploration stage sector for a while. That's the thing that I've been adding the most. Now, one stock that's not going to be included in this 5 is also going to be Kirkland Lake, and I did take a substantial position in Kirkland Lake this week as well, as I wanted to add a large cap producer. But Wallbridge is an explorer. They're a big explorer though. $700 million market cap, 52-week range of 33 cents to $1.35. And let's just talk quickly about the company. And I also like their shareholders. So Kirkland Gold and Sprott owns over 30% of the company. They own a massive 900 kilometer square property in the Detour Fenelon gold trend, pretty close to, I believe it is Kirkland Lake's Detour gold mine. So let's quickly just dive into their website, and then we're going to do quickly their investor presentation, and that will be it. So significant expansion of Fenelon gold mineralized system. So they've got a massive 80,000 to 100,000 meter drill program this year, and then another one next year. So massive strategic land package, safe mining jurisdiction, and well-known shareholders. So I was just reading over their investor presentation, but let's get into, why I decided to add this one. So there's the property. So they recently had an acquisition of Balmoral Resources and option with Midland Exploration. So it expanded their property to over 900 square kilometers. And strategic shareholders Eric Sprott, Kirkland Gold, and William Day Construction. They own almost 40% of the company. So just talking about their gold system, over 60,000 meters of drilling, bulk sample of 33,500 tons at 18.5 grams per ton. And I wanted to go to their timeline. So lots of technicals. We're not going to attempt to explain that stuff. But so Q3 2021. So in 2021, they're going to add another 100,000 meters of drilling, maiden mineral resource, 10% regional exploration. And I believe they're also releasing their new resource estimate midway through 2021. So that's where it's going to get really exciting for them. What, you guys can't hear me? Mike. I'm pretty sure my mic's working. All right, or maybe you just can't hear me, but you're just watching away. Sorry, I that slipped my mind. So let's take a quick look at the ownership. So Sprott owns 20.7%, William Day Construction owns 7.1%, and Kirkland Lake owns 9.9%, with management and directors owning 1.5%. So not a lot of skin in the game. That was the only thing that I kind of thought was interesting. So roughly that translates to what, $10 million that management and directors own, which is not a lot, but I mean, I guess it's enough. I guess Mike's on mute. Can you hear me, Chad? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Otherwise, I just spent 10 minutes talking to no one. But I think you guys would have said something. So that's the gist of it. That's the reason why I added Wallbridge. I wanted to add a large cap gold exploration company, and I like the companies that have really awesome ownership, aka big companies and big investors. So the next company, of course, Else Nutrition. Else Nutrition just recently added to that one. We recently interviewed their CEO, and we will be releasing that video shortly. So I think Else Nutrition is in a really unique position right now just because their products are now on Amazon. They're working on getting them into stores. They're working on agreements with other countries like China. China's a massive market. They're already doing pretty good in the States. So I think it's a very unique point in their business. And so far we can see, guys, they have executed. They've executed pretty well. So we started talking about them around 30 cents, and they've done really well. Ran up to over $1, $2, pulled back, $3, pulled back, and I'm hoping for another big run. So, pardon me. We'll see if Else Nutrition can do it, but I think the company has a lot of potential, and at $177 million market cap, I think there's lots of room to run. Perfect. Third company. You guys can hear me. That's great. Third company, Discovery Metals. Talked about this multiple times. Added a little bit more this week. We saw it dip into the 160s. So I'm going to continue to buy this until it hits $1.20, unless it consolidates and moves higher. I think it could fall to around $1 if gold and silver don't perform that well. But this is my one exploration stage silver company that I wanted to buy. I discovered it. Funny thing is the name's Discovery Metals. $510 million market cap with strong ownership by Sprott once again. So those are my reasons behind it. It's very undeveloped land package in Mexico with over 1 billion ounces of silver in the ground. So that's my justification on that one. Let's get into the fourth company, Fosterville, and we will be providing you guys with an update on Fosterville. I did some research. I talked to some people, and I'm trying to figure out why this thing has been selling off so much. So as you guys know, we talked about Fosterville since their IPO, and it immediately ran from 91 cents all the way to 5.30, and it's been pulling back steadily ever since. Now, you know, we can't just say Fosterville is the only mining stock that's pulled back. I mean, we look at the charts for almost all of these companies. Discovery, pullback. Wallbridge, it's pulled back. So Fosterville has had a more substantial pullback, you could say. I really do think that once gold starts to show some more signs of life, investors are going to get a little bit more confident. The explorers tend to lag the large caps initially, and then they tend to kind of slingshot their way forward at the end. So if we get a sustained run in gold, then I think we could see Fosterville and the rest of the explorers continue to run. But let's talk about the news for Fosterville now. So I did some research, and you know, we forget how many times these companies raise money. So Fosterville announced a $10 million $100 private placement. So a $10 million $100 private placement, which was led by Claris Securities. That was announced April 28th. And each unit you got out share at 110 and a warrant at $2. The warrants last for 24 months. So these were unlocked 2 weeks ago. I found that out today. So if there was selling over the last 2 weeks, I feel like this was also a reason why. Now, it said right here, participation in the financing is expected to include certain current large shareholders, including Mr. Eric Sprott, a corporation beneficially owned by him. Fosterville intends to use the net proceeds of the offering for exploration and for general working capital purposes. So apparently Fosterville is going to have lots more news on the way. So great question, Chad. We just talked with Michael Williams, Aftermath CEO, and I actually had an update for you guys. I just forgot to mention it, but we will be interviewing him in about 2 weeks, so we'll have more news about Aftermath Silver for you. Definitely still following it. They have some pretty good updates, and it was an update about the warrants. So there was warrants issued, and there was also shares that were sold, but it was actually just it was kind of like the shares were sold to buy the warrants, or to enable the person to put those warrants through. So, and I believe that had to do with Eric Sprott, but I got the information in my email. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I'll just do that. Here we go. So, as discussed, Eric Sprott was asked by CIBC to cross a block of stock to an institution that was looking to get positioned in Aftermath Silver. Eric crossed 2 million of his 24 million shares in a one-time cross. I'm confident Eric will exercise his warrants to return to 19.6% from 17.5%. He remains a strong supporter and advocate. So we've got some updates on the Berenguela project, and I will provide you guys with more updates as they come. But that's their updates for Aftermath Silver. And we're on to the next company. So we've done what? Walbridge, Else, Discovery, Fosterville, and the last company. And I added more than 5, but I wanted to talk about these 5 this week, just because we have new news coming. Extra Gold, I added that around $1. So we saw it drop this week to roughly $1.04. I added somewhere around $1.06. And since then it's pulled back, since then it's recovered. It's up again today, and we're interviewing James on Monday. So we'll have more updates for you guys when it comes to Extra Gold. Along with many of the other companies, we're gonna have an update on TAT. We just did an update on MindMed. MindMed's doing pretty good today. So that's pretty much, excuse me, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I do want to take some comments, though. 1 second. Similar to JR with MindMed and his shares, to be honest, I think that's a pretty bullish sign. And yes, you're right. So the 5 million shares that were recorded on Canadian Insider that were sold by JR, that was actually just to get it was a lot, and it was to enable them to put that $25 million private placement through. It's not even technically him selling his shares, but that's just the way that it had to be recorded. So I do take that as a sign of confidence. And, we've seen MindMed has held on pretty steady. But I'm happy that it's not just going crazy, 10% a day, 10% a day. Like we have seen days or weeks where MindMed has been growing, but this kind of looks like, a nice sustainable run, as opposed to just a spike and then a crash and then volatility and then, oh my gosh, we don't know what the heck's happening with the company. Karen, what are your thoughts on NEO and SBE? I definitely think that the upcoming event will influence that. I think it will definitely influence NEO. Institutions itching to get their hands on a stock they can't buy with their market restrictions. So guys, I'll stay for another minute or two if you guys have any questions or you want to talk about any stocks that you are watching. I have my pen and I have my paper, and I'll start to write tickers. So let me know. Healthy pullbacks are really healthy buying the whole way through. I haven't added to MindMed in a while, but I want to. The last time I added was at 90 cents. So yeah, feel free to drop those questions or any tickers that you guys want me to add to the list. I do take all of the tickers from the comments, and I will continue to. Influence in a positive way. I think that really depends on the outcome. I mean, you just gotta think who is more pro-China, and I'm sure we both know who's more pro-China, or so they say. We're not going to really talk about politics, but I think that will influence NEO's share price in a good or bad way. I used to own Chinese equities. I don't own any Chinese equities now. My Chinese equities were Tencent, Alibaba. I mean, two great companies. I just don't wish to own Chinese equities anymore. Not that there's anything bad. I think there's lots of opportunity there. But the way that things were going, it just seemed like a lot of risk. Had so much momentum. I've been practicing scalping, but still have my long position under $1. That's really great. The majority of my shares are at 50 cents, so I'm just sitting on them. Aren't they both pro infrastructure and green though? I think so. I think I agree with that. Prio on Silvercorp Metals, Alexco, Mag Silver. Okay, Silvercorp Metals. We'll add that in there. Alexco. Oh, and by the way, guys, we also will be interviewing someone from Reina Silver. So that's a new company that we will be working with, as well as a few others. Impact Silver and ticker symbol Moon, which is Savant Exploration. So Impact. I'll just add that to the list. Savant Exploration. Silver Elephant. I saw a new interview go out on Rich's channel, so you can check that out. I contacted Silver Elephant a few times, but I didn't hear back from them. We did 2 videos for them, so hopefully we can do another one. Sometimes these companies get busy. More cash than their market cap. MLND. Milendo. Therapeutics. Ever thought of doing scheduled live streams where you just take questions? That's actually not a bad idea. I did want to have like a reason for the vid. So today was so that I don't have to edit my market minute and I can actually go outside maybe in the next hour and enjoy some of the weather. Where are you guys at? Drop some comments, let me know where you guys are and how is the weather there. Here in Ontario, it's actually pretty sunny. It's like 20 degrees Celsius. Been stockpiling MindMed up TO 2500. Do you think the uplist will happen in the next 2 weeks? I don't know if it will happen in the next 2 weeks. I think there's the potential for a reverse split or a share consolidation to get onto the NASDAQ. Q&A. Nice here in Barrie too. Good stuff. So guys, anyways, we've been live for 25 minutes and we'll probably cut it off soon as the sun's beating on my neck and I kind of want to enjoy it, get some fresh air. So I'm gonna head out soon. Frankfurt, Germany, cold and rainy. Oh, sorry to hear that. But anyways, guys, drop those comments Oh yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to Departure Stocks. I'm just going to send. I'm gonna put that in the description, or sorry, in the in the comments. So let me just do this one more time. This is my new channel, for anyone who doesn't know. Andrew. Thanks, buddy. Subscribe to the new channel. I'm dropping a video in like 20 minutes on there. Check it out. We're going to post more content on there. I want to get that channel to 1,000 subscribers ASAP. And that's it. Thanks, guys. And we'll talk soon. Have a great weekend.